Our second question is about what you call Team One Meal. And this is the encouragement to families that everyone at the table really should be eating one meal. We want to smash short order cooking all to pieces. Short order cooking is way too stressful for parents and it doesn't give kids the right message. But it can be really tough. Here's a question from one of the Pep Club members. Me and my husband eat completely different meals. We rarely share any component of the dinner. I eat salmon and veggies. My husband eats a lot of meat. He likes everything with heavy cream or butter, while I avoid eating saturated fat. This does sound very tricky. Based on your advice, I was thinking about deconstructed meals and meaning serving the meals in various parts, but that's not even possible in our case since our meals are so completely different. We do sit down together to dinner every night, but how important is team one meal? Our daughter's only 2.5 and she is a picky eater. Do you think the fact that we eat different meals are affecting her? Is there anything else we can do to create that family unity? I get this question, various versions of this question about families eating differently a lot. Sometimes it's actual dietary needs, like they have certain sensitivities or food allergies that make it tricky for the whole family to eat together. Sometimes it's the parents are on a diet like keto or Whole30, or they're doing some sort of elimination that makes it difficult. And sometimes it's just, man, child A eats X, Y, and Z, and child B eats A, B, and C, and they just don't seem to have any crossover. I'm exhausted short order cooking. So there's many strategies to employ, but let me share just a couple today. First, we want to try to deconstruct our meals. And that basically means that we serve the same meal. Yes, we need to have family unity and have, team one meal, both for your stress level moms and dads, because you can't be cooking 2 and 3 dinners every night. And because we need our kids to see that they eat what we serve, that we have family unity, and we all eat together. Now, does that mean everybody's plate looks the same? No. That means that everything is served to everyone. So if you're going to serve something like, a chicken salad or tacos or Asian food with rice and vegetables and meat, these are great opportunities to deconstruct. So let's say stir fry. You cook your rice, don't season it. You cook your chicken or your beef, don't season it. You cook your vegetables, don't season them. Serve them separately with sauce on the side. And I know this might be a little bit of a bummer for the adults because we might like those flavors all mixed together. Well, guess what you can do? Grab your individual portions of meat and vegetables and sauce, throw them back into the pan in which you already cooked the chicken, stir them up for like 30 seconds to a minute, right? That's going to melt those flavors together and heat it up a little bit. And then the adults are happy too. That way, everyone can choose what they eat, but your kids get exposure to all the things and they realize that this is a family meal. Within that family meal, I have choices. Okay. We had a couple perfect examples just in the last week because we have one child with a dairy sensitivity and my husband is currently on keto. So, for example, my daughter made a barbecue chicken salad with rice on the side. My husband microwaved some cauliflower rice for himself. It was no big deal. He skipped the corn and he skipped the crushed chips that went on top of the salad because everything was served in individual dishes so that people could build their own salad. If you have kids who don't like a lot of seasoning, that's really common, especially with our younger aged kids, like 10 and below. It's super easy, you guys, to just, as you're cutting up your meat or your vegetables, to pull a little bit to the side that is unseasoned. Again, ideally, try not to create a ton of additional dishes, right? But if you can just cook that unseasoned bit, maybe it's, on a cookie sheet, put that to one end. If you're, mixing stuff up in a fry pan, that can get a little more difficult. But again, all these things, like a lot of these things cook fairly quickly. So be creative. Think about how can I quickly cook the unseasoned and then pull that out to a plate. Kids don't love hot food anyway, right? And then add the seasoning or cook all of the meat or all of the vegetables, pull just a little bit out to a plate and then add the seasoning or the sauces. It's really easy once you plan it out, okay? Once you decide that it matters to be on team one meal.